When the children leave the church on most Sunday mornings for godly play, they walk through the entry to the fellowship hall and to the other side, and they line up at the door. So this is our line this morning. And on mornings when we have enough help, the helper asks the children if they are ready to come in, and are they ready for godly play? And that means they have thought about settling down and listening carefully. So let's begin with, I don't know your name. Atham? Etham. Hatham, right? Okay, Hatham. I'm very sorry. Okay. I'm going to invite Hatham and Micah to come and sit on the pillows down below so the camera can see what we're doing. Very good. Just keep them kind of spread out. I think that will help. Okay, perfect. And then let's go to Athena. Are you ready? Okay. Would you come and sit in the chair over here? Thank you. Sophie, are you ready? Would you come and sit in this chair here? And Charlie, how about here? And Sophia and Violet, would you like to share a chair? There's another chair. Hooray. Okay. Here we go. We'll just make our circle a little wider here. There we go. Perfect. Some mornings the children sit on the floor, but when their storyteller is a little older, we sit in chairs. So this morning we're not in the godly playroom, right? But we are going to show everybody kind of what we do in the mornings when we are in godly play. And one thing we do is we sit up straight, put our hands in our laps. Thank you. Okay. Because it's not fair if some people get to touch the table and other people don't. All right? Remember that? Okay. So one of the first things we do when we come in is...
We light the candle.
Yeah, there's a microphone there. If you can kind of talk loud enough so everyone can hear you. Okay, say that again.
We light the candle.
And who can tell us why we light a candle? Okay, Charlie.
So that we can remember that God is with us,
We remember
even if we can't see him.
We remember that God is with us, even if we can't see them. And here in church, this is the candle have you noticed that when you're in here that the candle is usually lit on the center table? But this morning it's over here, so I'll light this one. Hopefully I can see it well enough to light it. There it is. And then later on at the end, we won't put the candle out today because we will be continuing with our service. But at the end of Godly Play, we put the candle out, right? Do we blow it out? What do we do? Athena, do you remember how we put the candle out?
Yeah, like we get that.
Really loud.
Oh, we get that one like thing that's like cup. Yeah, that like cup, and then it like we just put it under the candle, over the candle.
And when we
fire,
take it off?
and then it just like starts the smoke. But like most of the class, they just like get it, and sometimes they even put it in their pockets. Or
Some of the smoke, they put it in their pockets?
Yeah, or they swallow it.
Or they swallow it. Why would you do that?
So that they can
So we
Yeah,
can.
in our heart. Yeah.
And what were you going to say?
It's kind of like a cup on a pole.
Kind of like a cup on a pole.
It's an
Yeah.
upside down cup on a
Upside. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Right. And then the smoke goes everywhere, like what?
God's echoing everywhere.
Like God is everywhere, always with us. Okay. So we remember that every Sunday. And then we have this funny thing up front, which we don't have here in our class, or it's actually behind us. You can't see it because it's in the other room. What is that? It's got an arrow on it. Raise your hand if you know what that is. It's got an arrow on it. It's not here. It's in the other room, but it's about over here. You don't remember what that is? All of you want to do it. All of you want to go up there and change something on it.
Oh.
Micah.
Calendar.
The calendar. And so, Mike, I want to tell you, I want to ask you, do you know what color the calendar is right now?
green.
It's green. Okay, who can tell us what green means? Sophia.
The growing season?
The growing season. And is there some green in our sanctuary here right now?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Right
It's over there. Do you see it other places? See some up here?
over there.
Yeah.
I'd say there's some on my shirt.
Right. There's some on your shirt. Oh, there you go. Okay. We're really ready for it. So the same thing that's happening in Godly Play is also happening in here. And in some ways it's the same, in some ways it's a little different. But this is a season of green, the great green growing season. And for those of you who grew up with this, you might have called it ordinary time. But there's really nothing ordinary about it, is there? Is there anything else we do before we begin our story?
I have a feeling that you show us where it is so that we know where we can find it.
That's true. I show you where it is in the room, so later on, if you want to go back to that story during your work time, you know where it is. And this morning,
This story's right next to you.
our story box is gold. Do you all know where the gold boxes are in the room? Okay, you all know. All right. Yeah, there's a shelf just for the gold boxes.
Near the door.
On the shelf near the door, right.
I've been here before, so I have no idea where anything is.
You didn't know where they were?
I don't know where anything is because I've never been here.
That's right.
Well, actually, I have been here before.
Well, we'll have to take you on a tour of the room. That would be a good idea. And you're wearing the most green of all. You're most appropriate today. All right. So this is a gold box that I got from the shelf of parables. And when we look at a box that's gold, I often think, why is this box gold? There must be something really special in a box that is gold. Sometimes I might think, it's a present. Sometimes I might think that it's valuable. Can you think of anything else you can describe that might be in a box like this? Anybody? Have you ever gotten a gift in a gold box?
No.
No. Well, this box is also pretty old. In fact, the story inside this box is older than me. And it's older than the oldest person in the room. I know somebody had a birthday recently and they were 90 years old. It's older than that.
Wait,
Yeah, it's older than 90 years.
is it older than 100?
Older than 100.
Okay.
It was around before any of us were around.
Are they in
Hundreds
here?
of years, thousands of years. What?
Are they in here?
The person who was here when it started? No, they are not here.
Obviously, because they would be.
Yeah, they wouldn't make it. They would be too old.
Like,
All right. So it's a very old story, and it's a very valuable story. And in a minute, I'm going to open it and take out just parts of it. You know how that goes, right?
Sure. Yeah, like a puzzle. Kinda. Have you ever done this one?
What do you think this is?
Brown.
Sophia?
This is what we always have something in our story, and the one who's telling the story places it down on the table. So it's a special cloth that's part of the story.
A special cloth that's part of the story. What could it be? Brown fabric, yes. And if it's a story and we're pretending that it's something, what could it be?
Soil.
Athena? Huh?
Soil.
Soil. Maybe she was listening before. Did you hear something about soil just a little while ago? Good. All right, let's lay it down. And it's going to go over the edge a little bit. So Athena, can you let it drape down the edge there and then put your hands in your lap afterwards? Put it down all the way under your knees there. Okay. And remember that we don't touch it while we're telling the story, all right? You're free to come and get it later for work time, correct? Okay.
Yes.
So, there once was a man who walked all over the place telling wonderful stories and doing amazing things, and he was getting very popular, and so people followed him everywhere he went. And sometimes the people noticed that he talked about the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of God. And they were a little puzzled because the kingdom that he described did not sound like the kingdom they were living in at all. So he would tell stories like the one we're going to hear today. He said, once there was a sower. And do you know another name for a sower? If you're listening to the scripture that Arlene read, you might remember. A sower is a gardener.
I was like, wait, what?
Gardener or a farmer. Is that what you said? Farmer. Right. And you see right here, he's got a bag over his shoulder. Or maybe it's her shoulder. I think this kind of looks like a woman. I'm not sure. Doesn't say. What do you think's in that bag?
Seeds.
Seeds, right, okay. So the sower was on the road. And he began to scatter his seeds. And as he scattered his seeds, right at the very beginning of his scattering, the birds of the air noticed what he was doing. And they came from all over. They might have been watching in the trees. Who knows where they came from. They got the message. There were seeds on the ground. And they ate them. Almost all of them. So the sower went ahead. And he scattered his seeds in another area. But this area is full of rocks. Rocks everywhere, really close to each other, like that. Small ones, and then there were some bigger ones. All over the area there were rocks, and he scattered them among the rocks. And the sun came out, and most of the seeds were laying on top of those rocks. And the sun got those rocks very, very hot. And the seeds couldn't survive if they were that hot. So most of them died. Then he continued on. And he came upon some thorny soil. Thorns were growing there, might be okay. Scattered his seeds among the thorns. And a lot of them got down into the soil. They made it all the way into the soil where it's cool down there, maybe a little wet. But as they begin to grow, the thorns were growing too, and they got choked. And not too many of them made it at all. It was not a good place for them. So he continued on. He still had some seeds left. And he scattered his seeds on the good earth. And they grew, and they grew, taller and taller, and soon they were ready to be harvested. You know what harvested means?
If it's like a fruit tree or plant, it means like picking fruit.
That you pick it.
It's like wheat, like picking the seeds.
Right, take the seeds. And in this case, we're gonna think that they cut it down with a very sharp implement. Cut it down. And they soon noticed that they had 30, and then they had 60,
And then they had 100.
and then they had 100 bushels. I wonder what the birds felt like when they saw those seeds. Any idea what they felt like when they saw the seeds? Anyone besides Charlie? I know she's got a really good idea. Yes.
Happy.
Hmm?
Happy.
They think they were happy. How did the sower feel about that? I wonder how the sower felt.
Disappointed and sad.
Disappointed and sad? Anybody else have an idea how the sower might have felt?
The opposite of happy. Unhappy.
Unhappy. Okay, the opposite, yes. He was what? He was mad at the birds for eating all the seeds. Oh, probably. You know, when those seeds fell on the rocks, I wonder what it felt like to be too hot. You ever been too hot? Athena, have you ever been too hot?
Yeah.
I wonder what it feels like.
Yeah. Like when I stand on sand.
When you stand on sand, what do?
I just want to wear my Crocs.
You want to wear your thongs or shoes, okay?
My Crocs.
Your Crocs, okay. We used to call those shoes something else, okay. And so they got very, very hot, and they don't survive when they get hot. They want to get away from that, don't they? Have you ever planted your feet in thorns? I wonder if any of you have ever planted your feet in thorns. Have you, Micah? No? You knew better than that? Anybody else wonder what it feels like when you fall in the thorns?
Oh, I kind of already know.
You know what?
I kind of.
Kind of know.
When you when you unexpectedly fall into wood chips, or when you fall on rocks,
Yeah, how does it feel?
like your body is just going.
Yeah.
I've been stabbed by, because we have like a massive, we have massive bushes of blackberries.
Blackberries.
And they're good, but it's really hard to harvest them without getting scraped.
There's
So
stickers.
it's like you're being poked by a bunch of tiny needles.
You get poked. Oh, that's not pleasant, is it? That's not pleasant at all. I wonder if there's anything in this story we could have added to it. Does it need anything else? Sophia?
A celebration.
A celebration. Oh, anybody have an idea what kind of celebration we could do? I wonder. Charlie?
Just like a celebration that just like a yay, we finally got some
got some cross celebration, okay. Anything else we could add? Yes?
Because you said they have 100 of whatever they planted, you give part of it away.
They could give part of it away. And maybe he did. Yeah. Athena.
Could have had a festival party.
Could have had a festival. Very good ideas. Is there anything in the story that we could have left out? And it still would tell the same story. The what? They could be on the sidewalks, what?
The sidewalk with birds.
The sidewalk with birds, okay. That would be more like what would happen in our time, right? Yeah. All right. After we hear the story at Godly Play, you each get to choose something to work on. And you can work on retelling the story or any other story that's in the room, right? Or you could choose some arts and crafts to do. And you can choose to be by yourself when you work, or you can choose to... Or there's also a sandbox. You can tell stories in the sandbox also, which is in the room. Some of the adults might want to see that great sandbox that was built by Nathan, Micah's dad. Yeah, it's really cool. All right, so I'm going to dismiss you to go back to your seats, and you're going to tell me what kind of work you would do after this story, one at a time. Who wants to go first? Charlie?
Arts and crafts.
You want to do arts and crafts? Okay, you may go find that. Let's go to this side. Violet, what would you do?
Arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts too? Okay.
Arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts, very popular.
Arts and crafts.
Are more arts and crafts?
Arts and crafts.
What would you choose?
Depends on what type of arts and crafts.
Depends on what kinds of arts and crafts. We need to take him over there to take a look at. Micah? Origami. Yeah, we all have our favorites.
That's the type of arts and crafts I would
You would be fine with origami too? All right. Can you quietly move to your seats in the congregation? Pretend that you're going back to work. Maybe you're working on a story for us. After the children go back, start working for...
I didn't want to go.
You want to go back to the nursery? Okay. The children come back, clean up, and then come back here, and we have a feast, very simple feast where they serve each other, and we pray, and then before they go, we usually sing a song, and if there's time, we give each of them an individual blessing. So that is what happens in a Godly Play, and they're really wonderful kids, aren't they? Let's give them a hand.